Hello guys, my name is Vecho and today we are working ourselves on 5 ideas that you can build with the new Nether update and the new snapshot that is currently available. So here I have 5 little builds I created, so wants to give you nice ideas on what you can build. So without further ado, let's start on the first one, which I chose a netherite block vault. So if you see here, the netherite here actually looks like iron, like a block of iron, if it's more realistic, because it looks oxidized. The iron here looks a bit more oxidized, which in my opinion gives a better vault type of depth and feel compared to the standard iron block, which looks too pitch perfect to be part of a vault. It looks a bit more rusted, oxidized, so I think this fits perfectly for a vault. You can use end rods as kind of like the little bars for the vault, and yeah, I think that's what you should. That's a little idea that you can use with the new netherite block. On our next little build we're going to work on is the creepy old shed in the forest. So I know that's really specific, but here I was using the new blocks that was added, the old crimson blocks. And if we turn it to nighttime, you'll see that, yeah, if you put this in a forest, you add a little stone around, you add a little grass path around. I think it's a really good idea for build. This is just something I put up quick. Got like the little overhang using burnt out campfires. Got a little bit of honeybees inside the forest, their nests. And then there's nothing inside of it at the moment, but you could use this over like dark wood to kind of symbolize kind of like cracks or something like that. You could also use the stairs in the walls, and yeah, I little like these are on for pebbles, pathways, and trees. I recommend spruce trees if you're making a forest. I think it makes it look better, or a bunch of dark wood trees. And yeah, that's a little idea I have for the creepy old shed in the forest idea. So if we set it over to daytime, we can move over to our next one. And also, don't forget, I would recommend making custom trees if you're working in a forest, because the default trees kind of do look like a bit stale at the end, like a bit stale over and over again because of the repetition. Next I have like a wizard nether, so it's like a wizard studying the new nether items. So if you come into this cave right here, you'll notice that it's mostly based around the warped stuff. So you got the warp stem, you got the warped, like the stripped warp stem, and you got like a little lectern for him to like read on, and then you got like the soul fire torches, and like a little study area to study with the new stuff, like the warp fungi. I did go for a cave because I think a wizard starting type cave is nice. You can use cauldron and put the little trap doors above it. The warp stem kind of looks good as like a bit of a rooftop. And then the warped crimson, or no, the weeping vines, I mean. The weeping vines are really good for roofs, for caves. I do recommend these a bunch. If you're in creative, I recommend putting the tick speed to 0 so that way these don't grow. These will grow, so do account for that during your build. And yeah, that's my little idea. You make like a little cave around it, and then you can make a cool study room for like a kind of like a wizardry, because that's the type of feel I get from it. The next one we'll have to set to nighttime again is a burnt down wasteland. So with the new crimson nylium, you can build yourself like a burnt down wasteland. So if you see here, I have burning trees. Acacia logs fit perfectly for like burning trees. Just add a bit of fire all over the place. You can add netherrack if you want. So like right here, I had a bit of netherrack underneath it. I don't know if that makes too big of a difference. Add crimson roots to go with the new nether block. That really suits it well. And same with the crimson fungi. As the crimson fungi kind of makes it look like burnt mushrooms a bit. Over here, the crimson planks actually helped a lot, which we used in the old forest over there. Because it looks like charcoal down wood from the fire. It looks a bit burnt down. It's the closest wood you have to burnt wood. And I think this would add perfectly if you want to do like a burnt type of house, wasteland type of thing. Kind of like if you guys played 7 Days to Die. It's kind of like the fire biome. That's the kind of theme I went for that if you guys ever played the game 7 Days to Die. And if we move over here, just set it to daytime. And next is our final idea. So for the final build I built, I wanted to kind of create like a magical forest. I know that the nether... in the nether, using the warp stems already look like kind of like a magical forest, but I want to put my own take on it, see what blocks really fit around with the palette, and I think I did a good job. So I just put magical forest. That's my little build for this. So as like a little gateway, I put a 3 fence eye, a fence gate, and then the soul fire lanterns. Cool name. You got yourself the warp stems as like the tree bark, and I forgot that the sea lanterns is actually really good light source that really fits this build well, as it has the same palette choice of warp blocks, as our palette's kind of like this yellowy thing, this purple stuff, and a little bit of like teal turquoise. Next, I put the shroom light, as that's also in the nether, so it gives it more of a nether feel, while also keeping relatively the same with the turquoise, because this really does pair well with the turquoise. Next over here, I created more of like, I wanted to see how the stone and the block of netherite, because the netherite kind of looks like I said before, oxidized iron. The stone really does go with it a lot. I just wanted to test it out, see how stone paired with it. And yeah, and then I kind of add like warp blocks to make it kind of like a bush. Well, you can use these to kind of like make like a bush. But if here was a chopped down tree, I want to see how the tree look chopped down, and I think I did a pretty good job on that. I recommend adding the sea lanterns into the light to give it more like light during nighttime. And then, because I was working with sea lanterns, I want to test out how the prismarine brick slabs worked, and same with the prismarine slabs. And I think it looks really good. This kind of looks like a stepping stone to like a temple. If you're going to build like a temple, you walk up here. I like the little light source here. So yeah, this is a nice color palette. I would recommend if you want to create a forest, you can put the shroom light in the trees, kind of like they do in the Nether Fortress biome. The warped fungi and the nether sprouts gives it more kind of like a depth, gives it more personality, makes it pop out more. So I recommend adding those all around the place. And yeah, so those are some build ideas. So we're going to do a little recap. You can build a magical forest with the new blocks. You can build a burnt down wasteland forest with the new blocks. You can build kind of like a study room with the new blocks. You can build like an old forest using the crimson. I really do like this. Add some grass path around. And like a bank vault. I think the bank vault looks pretty cool. Put like the iron in the middle. And you put the end rods on the side. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. It's a pretty quick one. I want to start sprouting out Minecraft content again, and I thought that, you know what, we should start out with the new snapshot. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and social media is in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.